Welcome back to What Are Noobs? This is the T92 HMC. It's the Tier 10 American SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Snips, and it's under the command of johanonperkele. Oh, and we've got a hot rod. Yep, an EVR 105. Cosmos ROM is the name. Oh, and we've got skill in command. Well, johanonperkele sent us a T92 replay a little while back, and we had a bit of fun with that. And we've now got the 24cm, the biggest gun in the game, the biggest howitzer in the game actually, mounted on top of a hull that belonged to a T26E3, and he's moving off to the corner. Okay, he's ready to shoot. It's the biggest gun, biggest damage, but it's also the biggest reload. 1100 alpha, and his first target is a T100 LT, who is barely moving. I think actually he probably just moved about just to do a bit of spotting. Over on the other side of the map, we've got a Viz55. He's up on the corner. Now, many of you have actually seen some of the tips I actually gave to Klaus Kellerman when he actually asked other people to actually suggest ways of actually earning more credits. And I did send in a few suggestions. Oh, now Johano did fire and he moved away immediately before actually seeing what the shell did. But we can see he did pick up 294 hit points of damage and also stun assist of one shell, damaging an AMX M454 and a Jaegeru. Now, ideally, we say, please stay and watch the shell, or move as you're watching what happens to the shell. But the reason is that, obviously, we don't want you to get hit by somebody who's targeting Arty specifically for destruction, because they can work out where the trace is coming from. But we do want you to show us exactly how good you are with the shell, and you've done the same again, and this is not helpful. We don't know how that shell landed where it did. But the Jaegeru did suffer a lot of damage, and in fact, actually, he's gone down. He's been wiped out, and it was the E900 on our team who did the kill shot. Now, it's not helpful to us if you do look away after shooting, because, of course, then the viewers can't actually see what you did. And that's why we don't advise people to do it, because if you do it, we can't do all replays. It's as simple as that. Could be wasting our time doing a replay for somebody who looks away all the time. Well, he didn't look away there, and he just wiped out the Type 5 Heavy, and he damaged the Viz55, who immediately went down to our E900. So that's a second kill the E900 has actually picked up. And he's done it thanks to the help that johanonperkele managed to give him. So, yes, I think we can forgive that, because he allowed us to see that shot going in and to see the Type 5 Heavy blown up. And that's opened up this side of the map, but unfortunately, it also means that there's very few people on this side of the map. Oh, the enemy Arty's been spotted. It's a GWE900, rounds out, and he looks away again. But we did get a hit and damage, and the GWE900 has been wiped out. It's now 5-2, but the enemy is very, very close, and they've got an EVR 105, which makes it very difficult for us to move away from this corner. So he's going to have to do most of his damage clinging to this little corner of the map. We're having a look, and he's advising his teammates where he's looking. He's pinging the map near the spot where the enemy is. Fires a round in. Now, did he hit? Oh my god, he wiped him out. He just killed the Progetto 65 with that round, and we didn't get to see it. Again, that's really annoying that we missed out on the kill. Well, somebody did appreciate the kill, and that was the Manticore, I think. Well, it was he was doing the spotting, and that gave him the kill. We're now looking at Caro 45T, who's in the gully that runs north-south on the map. Oh, and the other Arty on our team, not to be outdone, the Batchat 155-58 gets a kill on the Caro. Instead, we go for the T100, and nothing. Now, I can understand why he's not falling back to the corner or going onto flat land, but really he should try to show us what he's actually doing, because if he keeps doing it the way he's doing it at the moment, we won't be able to do your replays in the future. So, Johano, please watch your targets. See where the shell falls. And if you don't, well, then I'm afraid we'll just have to reject your email, your replays. Well, he did let us see that one. It was a near miss for 238. I'd say the Object 140 is being wasted here now, because I don't think the enemy can get close to us. They're having to return to their own cap area because they know that they are outmatched in that area. We're now looking at the TVP, but the Badger is a much better target. We're almost loaded. Now, he's actually using the standard shells, which are 1100 alpha, 60 millimeters of pen. And he didn't get a penetration, but he did get 474 hit points off the Badger. Yes, the stun shells will do 1100 hit points of damage, 60 millimeters of pen, 12.4 meters on the burst radius, between 14 and 35 seconds of stun. And the non-stun HE is capable of 1420 and 75 millimeters, but they've got a smaller burst radius of only 7 meters. But boy, are they worth it for the sheer damage. If you're accurate, those shells can literally wipe out an enemy tank. Rounds out. TVP. Takes a splash for 130. It was close. And the Object 140 has now moved off because basically he's wasted on this corner. Johano's got this corner to himself now. We're only 2 up on the enemy, but this game could easily go our way. Now, can he put a round into the Badger? I'd say use the non-stun HE for this, but he's going to try and use stun again. He's working out which one's the best bet. The IS-7? Rounds out. It is going to the IS-7. Oh, kill shot! That was a penetration. 958 off that shell alone. And thank you for showing us the kill. A lot of non-Arty players hate seeing Arty kill a tank, but it's what we do, and we are in it to try and help our teammates win the game. We're only 2 up on the enemy. There's 5 against 4 now. Now, can he kill one of those enemy? He possibly can. We've got another few seconds before he's loaded. There's one of them, the Badger. Rounds out. And he gets a splash. And the Badger goes down, so he's picked up the stun assist. There's only 2 enemy left now. It could easily go pear-shaped because there's only 4 left on our team. So it's 2 against 1, in a sense, but we could still lose this. The Object 140 was beside us for so long, goes balls deep, and unfortunately he wiped out by the TVP with his auto loader. And the TVP is trying to escape. Can we get a shell in? Rounds out. Not close enough. Oh, this isn't looking good because now we're down to just 3. And it's going to be 2 Arty versus a medium and a light. Oh, it's on Jaegeru. And unfortunately, even though he's got full health, he's outmatched against the TVP. And you can see he's been set alight. Oh, and that was going so well. We kill the T100 LT, or rather the Backchat does. But now it's 2 Arty versus the TVP T5051. We fire 1 blind shot in. Gives us 3 rounds left. He doesn't get a hit. Okay, we've got to set up an ambush position to try and catch them. That TVP is going to be down here very, very shortly. We can't cap at the other end because if we do, the TVP will wipe us out very quickly. The ideal thing to do would be set up an ambush using a few bushes to cover us and then hope that we can watch and see when the TVP arrives and then get hits on him before he can shoot at us. Now we've loaded and he's anticipating the TVP coming down the gully. I don't think that's the case. I think he'll come down the east side of the map and try and get spots on us first. Batchat's staying close by. There is logic to that. If you actually stay behind your teammate, you can use your teammate as a bullet shield if the enemy does kill him. Bit of extra armor, but it also means that he's got to take on both Artys at the same time. I think personally I would have gone up behind the rock and the enemy has appeared and he's just fired at us. Now, he doesn't want to shoot prematurely and miss his chance. So he's trying to get into cover whilst the Batchat goes back a bit. Don't back up too much. Okay, TVP's obviously on that corner and he'll be looking for a corner, an edge to shoot at. I'm afraid he's sticking out a bit there on the corner and he's been spotted again. He fired and the tree went down, but I'm not sure if he did any damage. In fact, no, the TVP moved and he's gone over to the west side. One round through our side. You see it was almost dead center on the actual hull. He's working the corner, but we know where the TVP is and he just spotted us again. The Batchat's been hit as well. He's lost one hit and he's gone down. And the TVP's won. Well, that battle was going so well until it went so wrong, and the team faltered at the other end of the map, allowed the enemy to turn an advantage against their own team. And I'm sorry, but I think we were a bit let down by the guys who went north. The Arty were doing their bit, and they were getting tremendous damage, but I'm afraid the tanks on our team did let us down in the end, and that TVP player was very, very good indeed. That was an ace tanker game to johanonperkele in the T92 HMC. He got a bronze medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 13. He got a bronze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And that's going to benefit him later on in this replay. But unfortunately, it was a defeat. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game went to the TVP with 9,281 hit points. And Ennis Bro is the player of the Noam clan. That's a huge amount of damage. He really was their best player. Second highest damage went to johanonperkele with 4,632. And the third highest damage went to the Jaeger on our team with 3,478. Sadly, he was left with too much to do, facing 2 opponents, both of which could actually penetrate him, and he could only fire at one of them at the same time. When it came to kills, we could see the highest number was the TVP. Managed to get a Radley Waters out of that game. In fact, he got Radley Waters, Arsonist, Fire Effect, Hand of God, Duelist, Pascucci's Medal, Bruiser, High Caliber, and Top Gun. So he got the full array of medals out of that game. That's actually, I think we can bring it up, but yes, it shows there, but it doesn't show the medals. But anyway, if we go back, we can also see, massive amount of damage. Not much of it at long range, mostly at short range. Playing the assassin game in this one, I'm afraid, and it worked very well. He got 8 kills. The second highest number was johanonperkele, the Batchat 155-58, the E100 all got 3 kills apiece. 2 kills went to the IF7 in third place. When it came to base XP, it's the TVP again. He's the only one to get over 1,000 base. He got 1,699. And in second place, the T100 LT managed 783. and the Badger managed 780. We can see here johanonperkele got 690, which is not bad considering that's actually the 5th highest base XP in the game. He fired 14 rounds, so still had 2 rounds spare at the end of the game. 6 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, and 13 splash. Damage, 4,632 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He did receive 2 hits from the enemy. Both of them penetrated, I'm afraid. The the TVP T5051 has a, if I remember correctly, it's a 105, no, it's a 100mm gun if I remember correctly, but it's a 4-shot autoloader. And 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, 4,558 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. He earned a profit of 29,097 credits from the game and 1,622 experience points out of it. And of course, he got a bonus, the Achievements Award, because of course he got a epic medal, the Gauze medal, in the game as well. So bad luck there to johanonperkele. Please watch what happens to your shells, even if you have to relocate to avoid being counter-batteried or taken out by an enemy tank. You can still watch what's actually happening to the shell as you're relocating. But if you don't do that, then we can't do your replays, simply because nobody will want to watch somebody firing into the sky with no knowledge of what actually happened to the shell at the other end. I mean, all we're getting back is data. We're not getting back the actual sight of the enemy tanks being killed, and that's what they want to see. So if you're not going to do that, then remember, we do have the right to turn your replays away and say, sorry, you're not doing it properly, and therefore we're not going to do your replays. As simple as that. Okay, if you enjoyed that replay, please give the video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.